One more time, you guys, for Jonathan and Ron and Dave and Justin. How you guys doing, man? It's Saturday night. All right, one person. Thank you. Can you feel the love in here? I'm happy to be here. I was overseas entertaining the troops. Before I get started, any veterans here tonight? We have any veterans? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Any veterinarians? I don't want to leave anybody out. Anyone ever seen the TV show MASH? Anyone breathing oxygen? Anyone from planet Earth? Do we have any Earthlings here tonight? See how I can bring us all together, you know? I had to get vaccinated before I left the country. I got 14 different shots for all the germ warfare, which means I can eat worry-free in any Denny's for the next 20 years. And shit, I was out in Mexico drinking tap water. What do I care? Bring it on, Estee. Gurgle, gurgle. That's like a tummy massage. They said one shot was anthrax. I don't know anything about that. All I know is when somebody used to send me an unmarked envelope with white powder in it, my weekend is pretty much set. Cool, very hip crowd. All right, hey, didn't see me crying on the news. Boo-hoo. I'm like, yo, FedEx rocks. You guys want to go ziplining? Because I'm up. We travel around the Middle East. We got to go to Saudi Arabia. And if you get a chance to go to Saudi Arabia, don't go to Saudi Arabia. It's a mixed culture over there. They cover their women up from head to toe in those little beekeeper outfits or whatever they call them. What, Birkenstocks? Whatever, I don't know. Public schools, I'm doing the best I can, all right? The point is they cover their women up, yet they're trying to become westernized. They open up a Hooters, which... Okay, I'm going to back that joke up. I don't think you appreciate how funny that was. They cover their women up from head to toe, yet they open up a Hooters. So if you get TNA, it's throat and ankles. Oh, yeah, girl, daddy likes cankles. What's up? Why are you running? We left there. We stopped in Amsterdam and talked about a layover. Okay, I'm going to back that joke. If you guys have any questions, just raise your hands, all right? Because I got your back. And, you know, if you don't know, Amsterdam makes Vegas look like Utah, all right? I go to get a massage, and apparently in Amsterdam, you got to pay more to get them to rub your back. They'll rub your hoo-ha, no questions asked, but they're not touching anything above the Lewinsky borderline. 'Cause those girls are union. Why is she running? Nice mix of people. I like that, man. The way the whole world is just kind of evolved. I did that, the Ancestry.com scam. Did anybody fall for that at all? It's a total scam because they tell everybody the same thing. You're from a line of kings and queens, warriors and chiefs. And they never tell people like, you're from a line of peasant pig farmers, you loser. Here's the thing, you got to send your DNA into the federal system. I did, and I was medicating and watching CSI, and I got way paranoid. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to need that sock back. Just testing the water to see how far we're going to go tonight. I got my paperwork back. It actually turns out I'm 100% American trailer trash. Yeah, TT in the house. What's up? That's a double wide. That's a double wide. Couple maybe. Ooh, double wide. Hercules. Double wide. That means he's got a gyre inside his house. Oh. Was someone having a birthday tonight? Did they ask that? Did John ask? Anyone having a birthday tonight? Anyone? Oh, you are? Oh, there it is. Hi, man. Happy birthday, bud. What's your name, my friend?
George.
George, nice to meet you. Happy birthday, George. How old are you, my friend? 23. It's Vegas. You could be a white man for all I care. Live the dream, brother. Live the dream. Might be your fantasy, too, you know. Get a little disappointment in your life for a change, you know? Because once you go gummy bear, you never go black. I swear to you. Here's the thing, man. It doesn't matter whatever your age. Your age is whatever you are on this planet, man. It's all up here. The reason I asked is the other night, I told someone, oh, I'm 59. And they go, well, I'm 21. You're over the hill, dude. I go, what? Over the hill? No. Over the hill is when the roller coaster ride of life begins, because you got to work your ass off and deal with failure and disappointment and heartache to get to the free fall into the splash zone of life, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink, right? Because it's perspective. In your 20s, you're going up the roller coaster. I got to get a job. I got to move out. In your 30s, oh my God, this job sucks. I'm going to have to move home. In your 40s, wow, this house is really nice. I kind of wish my parents would die. And in your 50s, suck my dick, motherfucker. You want taxes, try and find them. That's the thing. The world is just changing. I realize every generation, we all become our fathers, man. The music sucks today. It sucks again. My dad said it. His grandfather said it about his music. And I'm saying about today's music. There's some good music out there, but I grew up on a time we didn't have the hashtag movement because we had sex in our music. We talked about it, but it was buried. It was subtle. You know, it was like, I can't get no satisfaction. You knew he wasn't talking about going to Denny's, right? Or Rod Stewart's like, if you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar. Oh my God. It was in the lyrics. It was right there. Let me know. Just reach out and touch me. But now the music is so graphic and hard, man. It's like, oh, he got that big dick energy. I got that wet ass pussy. Stick it in deep and put in both feet or whatever the fuck they're I can't wait to hear that in an elevator in 10 years, you know. Time Live Books presents love songs from 2022. I had a wet ass pussy, but now it's so dry it'll make you cry. I know someone's like, oh my God, that was my wedding song. So romantic. Here's the thing, I'm at an age and a place in my life I just don't care anymore, man. It's a great place to be, because here's the thing, like, I don't care. You do you, man. You do you. I'll do me. Things work out. Maybe we do each other, you know? But I don't care. I don't care if you're a man that wants to be a woman, that wants to be a black man. Just be a good human, for crying out loud. It's not that hard, is it? Oh. You want to put a dildo on your head and call yourself a unicorn? I'll go to that parade. That sounds awesome, man. How big or what color? The problem is there are differences. I can't even talk to people. Hey, sir. Oh, I'm not a sir. I'm a fucking pumpkin. You recognize, motherfucker. My bad. I didn't see your stem. That's on me, bro. Next time I'll ask to see under the hood, you know. But there are differences, you know. Our differences make us unique and interesting. Again, I don't care. There's a trans woman, and God bless her, man. She found her identity, but she competed in female swimming. But she won. But she's also 6'4" with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. And she's competing with, what do we call them now? Organic women or free range, grass fed? I don't know. Don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to get through the day. And they're in the water going, ga, 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 ga. And she's like, rah, rah, rah. Her starting jump is halfway across the pool, and it's an unfair advantage because she was born in a male vehicle, you know? Like, if Mike Tyson put on a dress and identified as a female boxer, people would lose their mind, you know? Ah, pa, 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 pa. Oh, my bad. Here's your earring back, little lady. You taste delicious. I said you taste delicious. There's another trans woman, commits a bunch of crimes, but out of respect to her, they put her in a female penitentiary. But while there, she impregnated two of the classics, if you will. What, I don't know, what do you call them? The original menstruators, you know? Original recipe, is that what you said? But my point is, how did she impregnate 2 other women? And then someone explained to me, they go, oh, well, she has what they call a lady dick. What? We gotta have a few ground rules. She got a lady dick? Oh, okay, I've been with a few women, but none of them ever teabagged me. And then finished on my face is all I'm saying. Now, don't get mad at my humor. I'm not against the trans community. My whole family's mixed. My nephew, when he came out, we were there. We love you, bro. We accept you. My niece is now my other nephew. We love him. We're just working the Rubik's Cube out on our end, you know. Rachel, Gabe, my friends had a gender reveal party, and I want to be supportive, so I walk in, I drop my pants, like, okay, I'm a boy. They got mad at me, told me to leave. That's bullshit, because they should have said it was for their children on the invitation. Their cheap ass doesn't want to pay for extra fonts. Now I have a court date. Everyone's got an opinion, and they want to tell you about their opinion. My friend texted me like, oh, did you see my Facebook post? No. You want me to tell you what I posted? No. How come? I don't care. I was brought up in a time you kept your opinions, your religion, your politics to yourself, and we all seem to figure it out and get along, you know? We could go to dinner, you could order a steak, I could have a salad, we could have a great time. I don't have to eat what you eat, you don't have to eat what I eat. But now there's a guy on social media, he posted, a little while ago, the Snicker candy bar, a little Snicker candy bar. Remember that? It's got some swirlies on the top. They said it looked like a dick vein. It goes viral. Then Snickers had all these meetings to go. Are we going to repackage, rebrand, shave the tops off, you know? If you see dick veins on your candy bar, you need to keep that shit to yourself, man. Because you ruined Halloween for some people is all I'm saying. It's like, hey, Junior, get that out of your mouth. You're not ready to make those decisions just yet. All right, well, try the white chocolate then. That's smoother. It's the fun size. It's what we call it. I got a smartwatch. Technology is amazing, but it's making me stupid because I don't use my brain anymore because it's all right in there. And my health is in there. That's kind of interesting. The other day it's flashing. I'm like, oh, it says breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm like, how hot am I? And how did I get through high school without this? This is amazing. Oh, dang, my sativa levels are getting dangerously low. I might have to medicate for your safety, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that joke ain't for everybody. But if you got that, see me after the show. Because my glaucoma's acting up. I do go to the online doctor. That's amazing. Online doctor, or Doc in the Box, or Papa Doc, or whatever it's called. Open up my laptop, there's my doctor. We do my blood pressure. He's like, okay. I go, how'd I do? He goes, your blood pressure is way too high. I go, well, what should I do? He goes, you should try and lower it. That HMO is really working out. I go, why? I'm here. You got some suggestions how one lowers the blood pressure? He goes, oh, yeah, there's blood pressure medicine, but it's got a side effect. Then you got to take a second medicine to get rid of the first side effect. Now you're on a third medicine to get rid of the two side effects. Combined with those, that's a different side effect. Now you're on 4 medicine. Next thing you know, you're in an alley sucking dick trying to get blood pressure medicine. I'm like, dude, where'd you go to school, man? Because you had me at hello. He goes, I'm trying to get you to change your lifestyle, make better choices. You can bring your blood pressure down holistically. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, all right, stop eating all the red meat, drink some red wine, do a ton of cardio. So I am now drinking a ton of red wine to make up for the other 2 that aren't going to change right away. We love red meat. You can't just stop eating red meat and go cold turkey. I go back and what else? He goes, you could learn to meditate, zen it out. I go, that sounds amazing. What should I do? He goes, get a fish tank, start there. So I go to PetSmart, big old fish tank, $300. I got an aquascape. I got to buy fish. That's another $300. I got taxis. I'm $640 into my relaxation technique. I'm starting to stress out about the financial investment to lower my blood pressure. Lisinopryl's only $3 at Walmart. Sucking a dick's usually free. That's what it says on the forms. I go back. He goes, I could give you a prescription for medical marijuana if you think that'll. Yes. Why didn't we start there? You could have saved me a couple dollars on chapstick. Man, I never thought I'd live to see the day Cheech and Chong turned out to be the two wise men. Here's the thing, man. Again, we're all just trying to get through the day. Nobody knows anything. We're all the basis of our parents who didn't know shit. They were doing the best they could with the limited skill sets they had. So you got to come from love and forgiveness, man. You can't have a better past. People relive it over and over again. They just pick that scab of life, and it doesn't work. Tomorrow's not promised to anybody, so all we have are these moments, and you try and live in the moment. I'm trying to every day just get up and try and do my best. I go to Walmart the other day, and there's a guy in the parking lot. He's been there 3 days. He's got a can of Fix-It Flat. He's just working the system up and down the car. Hey, man, I need some change, bro. I need some change, bro. I got a flat tire. I'm gonna fix a flat. It's empty. I go, dude, you've been here 3 days, man. Are you huffing that shit? Because he should be like the Macy's Day Parade, you know? He goes, man, I just need help, you know. I need help. So I go into Walmart. I get a job application. I come out. I give it to him. I go, here you go, bro. Yeah, he got mad at me. He has a sign. We'll work for food. I go, oh, you're fucking catching on, aren't you? Because that's what we do. We work for food. Some of us work for money to go buy food. You're just trying to cut the line, man. Here's the thing. If you're disabled, if you're missing an arm or a leg, I'll fucking throw you some change. I mean, I wouldn't throw it to you. That'd be rude on my behalf. But I'll put some money in your cup to help you along. But if you got 2 arms and 2 legs, get your lazy ass up and go get a job. He goes, I just don't like people telling me what to do. Nobody fucking likes telling. It's called a job. Did you enjoy your job? Probably not. You know, most people don't, but it's what we do, you know? So anyway, I go into Walmart, and I'm looking at the people, and no one's helping me, you know? The blue vest people just walking around like dumbass minions. Right? And then I read an article online that at Halloween, that children with autism, they have a blue bucket so you can identify them to help them out and be a little patient with them, you know? I say, oh man, am I being a dick because the blue vest in Walmart? So I look it up. It's like, no, they just like blue. It goes with the Walmart sign. I go, all right, well, fuck them then. Load up my basket, and I'm trying to find an open lane, and one of them is, over here. I go over there's no cashier. Well, no wonder it's empty. So I'm scanning my groceries and shit. And beep, 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 beep. At the end, it says, you want to give us a 5-star review? No, you don't get 5 stars. Another screen pops up. Why do we not get 5 stars? Because I suck as a cashier. I rang up a watermelon as a grape. I'm going back tomorrow and ring up a big screen TV as a pack of playing cards. I figure if I work there, I should get my employee discount. Anyway, I'm going to leave, and they, I need to see your receipt. No, fuck you. If you could trust me to check myself out, you can trust me I did it right. You got any questions? Maybe you should ring me up next time. I don't mean to sound ornery. Oh, man. Sometimes we're all human, man, and sometimes your heroes fall, and so that's why you can't put too much investment in other people. You got to have some faith in yourself. Like, Bill Cosby's on tour again. Can you separate the man from the artist? That's a hard part to do, you know, because I grew up watching Cosby. He inspired me to be a comedian, but he is human, and he did some stuff, and he goes to jail, and he's out, but now he's doing stand-up again. So I don't know if I could still support the artist that I loved, you know. I'd like to go to see what happens at the show. You see, Bill Cosby's here. Let me clarify some things. The reason I put the pill in the pudding to get the pussy was my wife, Camille. Now, Camille would never suck my dick. Now, had Camille suck now, my roommate in jail, Harvey Weinstein, now he could suck some dick. That motherfucker could suck some. I don't know why my Bill Cosby impression looks like a T-Rex. You'll see, Camille. I do owe Eddie Murphy an apology. I got a 1-star review a while back. I know, I too was shocked. Go figure. Here's the thing, that doesn't bother me. What bothered me is what they said. They said, I did not laugh through the whole show. I'm like, oh, that hurts. You saw all the other comics, you couldn't find something to laugh at? Because we're doing our best. Maybe it's not your taste, maybe it's too graphic or dirty. I get that. But you couldn't find anything to laugh at? And I go, just let it go, man. Maybe they're having a bad day. So I go to bed, and my humanity gets the best of me. My narcissism just, you should read what they're saying. Let it go, Don. You're in a good place right now. Suck it up. You might get a new joke out of it. So I faced my fears. I read the rest of it. And it said, I wanted to leave through the whole show. And I'm like, well, why didn't you? This is not Disneyland. There's no seatbelt keeping you strapped in for the whole e-ticket experience. If you're not happy, do something else. If you're in a bad relationship, work on it. Get some therapy or set each other free. Don't be miserable. Like if you're in a back alley getting buggered by some stranger, don't just ride it out because you're not having a good time. You know, oh, this is unpleasant, but you go ahead and finish. I'll just give you a 1-star review on Yelp later, mister. You'll be tapping no ass on this corner once my review sees the light of day. I complain to Yelp. I complain. And finally Yelp responds. I go, okay, you can reply to the reviews. I can? Oh my. That changes the dynamics of this relationship. Next time someone goes, I didn't like the show. Well, I didn't like the audience. I'm going to tell my friends they shouldn't go to your show. I wish you would. Because if they're like you should all stay home and turn on the gas. Hashtag eat a Snickers, motherfucker. You talk, I don't mind. Oh, man, I came home early the other night. My wife's naked in front of my computer. I go, baby, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm getting my pap smear done. Oh, I don't think he's a real doctor. And she's like, why do you say that? I go, well, he's naked, and that looks like a Snicker bar in his hand. I don't know. Thanks. I grew up in a time, I got teased as a kid. I had club feet, so I had that Tom Hanks thing. You know, I had casts on my ankles. They broke them and reset them. And that's life, man. I had strawberry blonde hair. Okay, I was a ginger. Shut up. And I had glasses, so I got teased. And my parents taught me sticks and stones could break your bones, but words can never hurt you if you don't let other people empower. But now all I see are words are hurting people, and people are so mad and angry. You know, it's he said a word. Cancel them. It's America. We have a right to have a difference of opinion. Like colleges, they're banning words and phrases, and people are pro saying, well, I don't like what they're saying. Don't go. Or listen to them. Maybe they have a point. Maybe they'll teach you something you didn't see from a different perspective. I don't know. I don't know the world through your eyes. I'm just telling you the world through mine. And like, I love the movie Top Gun, you know? Tom Cruise, balls to the wall, Maverick. They can't say that on colleges now because it's gender specific. Can't say balls to the wall. Yeah. You can't, I swear to God, colleges are banning that phrase. Okay, I guess snatch to the hatch sounds better. Right? Berkeley passed a law to change the name of manhole to maintenance cover, that street thing, because women were not included in the definition of this work environment. We're missing the goal of equal pay because we're fighting over semantics, you know. Manhole, Maintenance cover. Ladies, if you want it, you could call it woman hole if it makes you feel better. But that changes the workday a little bit, doesn't it? Hey, Frank, what's going on? Well, Bob, today we got to go down into the woman hole. Our last week's review says we don't know what the hell we're doing in the woman hole. We lost 5 guys last week wandering around the G section over there. There's a terrible gas leak. We're just going to spend the day plowing through the woman hole. God, I hate my job. All right. So y'all know what this means, right? That's the international sign for jerk off. Hey, Frank, you fucking jerk. Right? If someone says you can't do that, that's gender specific. Well, that's not better. But I'd love to see that. I'd love to, ladies, it's yours. Run with it. You know, like, hey, Frank, you fucking jerk. Hey, Sally, you fucking twat. Suck on these. Yeah, that's 2 knuckles, bitch. I want to see that trend on Facebook, man. It's social media. Nobody will know what we're talking about. So stupid. I'm running a little long, but I don't care. Give myself a bad review. You went long again, Don. Stop it. But the crowd was so good. I don't know what the second crowd's going to be like. Here's the thing. What you laugh at tells me a lot about your life, you know. And what you don't laugh at tells me even more, and that's okay. You know, like first dates at a comedy show, you won't laugh at a dirty joke because you don't want to flip the freak nasty card over. You're watching the show, but you're looking at the peripheral to see, blowjob. No. I wouldn't want one of those. It's not even my birthday. Well, not for 2 drinks and nachos, it ain't gonna happen. Married couple's different. He's probably a married man at 50 paces. He's the guy slumped in his chair. His spine has been sucked out of his brain. You know? 1 vertebra for every year he's done his time. Click, 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 click. Birthday boy, you just sat up. I saw you, bro. Here. I used to have an opinion. I'm not against love. Don't misunderstand my humor. If you find love in any way, shape, or form, you protect it. You nurture it. It's a rare commodity we need more of in this world, you know? But the spinal disintegration process starts when a woman says, I love you. We don't know how to respond. A woman goes, I love you. It's like catching a deer in the headlights. I love you. Click. Ah, oh, son of a bitch. Mongo like fire. You can't make a decision when you fall in love. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I just want to be with you. Well, I just want to be with you. Making you happy makes me happy. You want to do? I want to do checkmate. What do you want to do? Unless you've been married for a while. What do you want to do? Could you leave? Yeah, a little delay, but I hear more women laughing at that. Oh, he's good. I'll be honest with you, I was married once before. It didn't work out. I realized we're having a few problems when my wife started dating again. Really? You laugh like you know her. Somebody owes me a set of tools. We had a mixed relationship. I'm a Christian, and she was the Antichrist. So... Oh, that was a honeymoon. I'm trying to cuddle. She's eating a live goat. Red raw, red raw. I should have known when she didn't show up in any of the wedding photos. Every picture, I look like a bad mime. I'm back in. You guys are married, right? How long have you been married? 43 years? Is he correct? He is. All right, cool. Because sometimes people just right? If you ever get stuck in that situation, oh, how long have you been together? It's hard to keep an accurate track when every day gets better than the last. I'm not just eye candy up here, all right? I'm back in the club, man. I got married to show my love to my girl because it's on a man's day. I didn't grow up as a young boy flipping through Modern Groom magazine collections. Someday I'm going to get a rental tux and it'll be the best day of my life. I hope we get a register at Bed Bath & Beyond. We need new linen, something with a high thread count, because anything under 300 Egyptian cotton makes my boom boom go chafe chafe. It's a woman's day. I've seen women fight other women to get the flower bouquet. That's like a female Heisman Trophy Award, you know? Girls are on the dance floor stretching out. All right, bouquet toss, ladies, inside, lower thigh, put some heat on it. Don't throw it to her, she a hoe. That's right, no man's gonna marry you with that $2 dye job and those mismatched Groupon titties. True story. You throw a garter belt to a group of single men, it's like a live grenade catching contest. Garter toss, here we go. Fire in the hole. Don't touch it with your hand. No, click, do over. A lot of people always ask about the spinal disintegration process, so I charted it. It's on the back of a shirt. It's a whole spine going down the back. It says, I love you, click, and let's move in, click, click, let's get married, click, click, click. Let's have kids is all exploded at the bottom. And my mom added that part. And on the front is the de-evolution, which shows single man standing up holding a beer, and then relationship man slumped over holding his allowance, and marriage man has got a little walker stick holding on for his life. I sell them after the show, and I got them, they're 20 bucks, all cotton. I got them in large, extra large, double X, triple X, and 4X for the successful man. And happy birthday, man. There you go, bro. Yeah. If that's not your size, see me after the show. I'll get you the size that you need. And if you guys do want them, all the money goes to a charity called This One's Mortgage. Oh, buy a double wide, they said. Well, I hope you guys had some fun tonight. I did. We are, thank you so much. Oh, stop. That's nice. If you've been here before, our lease is up, so next month we're moving. We don't know where yet. Yeah, we were a little shocked when we found out about that, too. I'm online. I'm looking for another space for another venue. We're looking at it. I go, hey, looks like our room is for rent. I called the hotel. I go, hey, you guys trying to rent the room? Oh, yeah, we're just testing the waters. Well, we'd like to rent it since we're here. And they go, oh, somebody else rented it. So you got 30 days. Yeah. That's life, man. So we'll go somewhere. I know, just Delirious Comedy Club. We'll be somewhere, you know. So hopefully.
We'll follow you.
Thank you. I hope so. Please check us out on the interweb. It's just, you know, that's life, man. You take the best, you leave the rest. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we'll be at the Venetian. Maybe we'll be at Jerry's Nugget. I don't know. My kind of place. Yeah, it's all good. But here's the thing, man. I just, you know, you can't roll sevens all the time, man. You gotta, you know, sometimes you crap out. But it's been a great experience being able to bring laughter to people. And my point, if I have any point in life, there's laughter everywhere. I swear to you. Just so many people, we're so caught up in the moment now because we're so busy. We're online, we're on our phones, we're walking around doing this. You got to pull your head up, man, see the humor. Because you're going to step out in front of a bus and get hit. I'm going to start laughing because that's funny. It's also a teachable moment. You will not do that again. You'll be like, okay, it's okay to walk, you know? I say this because I went to ATM drive-through at the bank. ATM drive-through, there's Braille on the machine. There's Braille on the drive-through ATM. I did my business. I pulled over. I waited like an hour and a half. I was hoping someone was going to pull up. Oh, I got to get some money. We going out tonight. What's my PIN? RFFFF. You're a good dog. I wish you could drive. Now, there's cause and effect, and I hear your resentment, right? But I do this joke the other night, right where you're sitting. I see a guy with a cane. I go, bro, are you blind? He goes, yeah. I go, is that joke rude? I'm not trying to be rude. He goes, nah, man, that joke is funny as hell. Thank you for not excluding me in your show. I go, thank you for having a great sense of humor, my blind friend. You know what I find funny? You paid extra to sit in the front row. He had the best response. He goes, yeah, well, you're the best Celine Dion impersonator I've ever seen. Folks, God bless. Be safe. Have fun. I hope to see you guys again.